Hello, this is Dr. Jeff Craig, Superintendent for the West Aurora Schools, and welcome back to our board recaps. Today we will be sharing summaries for our March board meetings beginning on March 6. In information, we continued the teaching and learning building presentations. Dr. Lori Klomhouse, our principal of Early Learning Academy, and her team talked about observational data at the early childhood level. The group highlighted the hands-on learning that goes on in pre-K classrooms and the teacher's role in assessment and data collection. The second presentation was given by Dr. Terry Collette, principal of Hope D. Wall School, and his team. The group shared several videos in an effort to give board members a peek into the various classrooms at Hope Wall, with a special emphasis on the students' morning routines. This dedicated learning time allows students to review the rocket rules and work on identifying the day of the week and daily weather conditions. Mr. Kyle Friese, our Director of Technology, presented the bid options for the Technology E-Rate purchase. E-Rate is a federally funded subsidy that provides discounts to schools for purchasing certain technology hardware and internet access. There are two categories, and recommendations were presented for both. The board approved the recommendations during the March 20 meeting. Mrs. Ana Gonzalez, Director of Community Affairs, updated the board on current events throughout the district. The highlight was the basketball game between Hope D. Wall students and the West High Adaptive PE class. This well-attended event was held at West High on March 10. In discussion items, Mr. Pat Dacey, Capital Projects Manager, presented the recommendation for the 2023 concrete and pavement projects. After holding a bid opening, Mr. Dacey recommended that Advantage Paving, Inc. be awarded the contract. This recommendation was approved during the March 20 meeting. In action items, the board adopted the resolution approving a multi-board residential real estate contract providing for the acquisition of vacant parcel 15-20-201-015 for the purchase price of $91,500. The board approved the Durham Special Education Transportation Contract Amendment for the year 2023-2024 school year. And now we move on to our March 20 board meeting. We begin with those who make a difference. The board recognized the efforts of West Aurora High School's Community Wellness Committee and their work in leading our high school students to make healthy, smart decisions for life. The committee is comprised of students and staff members and is led by Mrs. Michelle Voris, Student Assistance Program Coordinator. She was on hand to speak about their recent campaign, Gotta Be Vape Free. In information items, the Teaching and Learning Division and the Community Affairs both presented their department overviews. The goal for these presentations was to give our school board candidates and the larger community a better understanding of what goes on in our departments district-wide. First, Dr. Brent Raby, our Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, provided a look into our learning culture, which embraces curiosity, complexity, and the joy of learning. He had a number of department heads share information on what learning looks like throughout the district. Presenters included Dr. Sarah Waddell, Mrs. Liz Wendell, Mrs. Michelle Jones, Ms. Jennifer Herman, Mrs. Margarita Vasquez, Mr. Dave Russell, and Mrs. Laura Beatis. Then, Mrs. Ana Gonzalez, Director of Community Affairs, shared information about her department, who is charged with carrying out a comprehensive community outreach program. Members of her team can often be seen hosting events, taking photos, and recording videos and podcasts. They are also in charge of district communications, including the website and social media platforms. In discussion, Mr. Jeff Schiller, Director of Operations, presented the results from the bid opening for the waste hauling. The recommendation is to approve Groot Waste Management to be used for the next school year. In action, there were a number of action items approved. The board approved the paraprofessional union contract that will begin on July 1 of 2023 and run until June 30th of 2028. The negotiation team showed their support by attending the meeting. The board also approved the recommendation to award the contract for the 2023 concrete and pavement projects to Advantage Paving, Inc. for a total contract amount of $862,995. As part of the yearly process, the board also approved 3 non-reemployment resolutions. The resolution authorizing the non-reemployment of full-time, non-tenured teachers not in their last year of probationary service. The resolution for authorizing non-reemployment of grant-funded, non-tenured teachers, and the resolution authorizing non-reemployment of short-term, part-time, temporary, non-tenured teachers. And that's it for our school board recap for March. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time.